Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic:
People who used the internet between 1991 and 2009. What's the most memorable online trend or phenomenon you remember? People who were passionate about subjects, hobbies and interests that created content not motivated by monetization, subscribers or recognition. Just anonymous users creating amazing content just because they wanted to and were passionate about it. It was beautiful. I miss blogs and forums. It's not that it was less chronophage time consuming asterisk. I could wander them for whole days, but it felt more meaningful. Not sure if I make sense. Our communities, persona, hobbies, interests were compartmentalized. We went there to read about specific subjects we sit behind the computer specifically for rather than fluttering all over the place on subject decided by an algorithm. Came here to say this. I think that's why I love Reddit so much, because of the forum-like nature. Miss random blogs and forums so much. Free online flash games and videos powered by the now extinct Flash Player software. Newgrounds, Congregate, free online games. And so many other websites. Funny websites that had humor which actually made me laugh, like Airborne's World and similar. And online people were more friendly, social, helpful, and decent. Now it's opposite. Also stumble upon. I found really cool and unique things on that. And being able to actually find almost everything I wanted when searching. It didn't matter what type of information it was. I could easily find it quickly. Now it's the opposite. Edit, my own personal experience, people were more friendly, helpful, etc., and they were easier to find. I should have clarified. Jesus Christ, I got over 100 notifications and it's spamming my inbox. Can't find how to turn them off for this post only. Don't want to disable notifications for other posts. Help please, internet search info didn't work. Second edit, thank you to the kind soul that showed me how to disable notifications. Stumble upon, that was awesome. Stumble upon is how I found Reddit. Stumble upon, it was like crack cocaine at the time, hit the button and get a new random but curated website. I'd say the doom scrolling of today can be traced back to that little button on the taskbar in Windows 2000. Because of Stumble Upon, I found an elephant sanctuary in Thailand. I bookmarked it and added it to my bucket list. Years later I volunteered there for a week and it was the best week of my life. Edit, for those asking, I went to Elephant Nature Park near Chiang Mai, https://www.elephantnaturepark.org/. I still miss Stumble Upon. The internet felt much bigger then. Now it's like 5 sites. Stumble Upon was the best way to surf the web. So many rabbit holes to explore, so many niche and personally made websites to peruse. The internet used to be magical before the mass commercialization and inshitification. There's a service a Redditor has developed called CloudHiker that is like the glory days of Stumble Upon. I was obsessed with chat rooms. A few months before COVID I googled, whatever happened to chat rooms, and on page 13 of Google, I clicked on a Reddit link asking the same question. It took me to a comment where someone linked to a defunct video chat room site that redirected to a live video chat room site. I was apprehensive, but I said if I found one normal person in the chat I would stay. I stayed, and met my now husband. I was on camera when I was laid off due to COVID and forgot to mute my mic, so 30 or 40 people saw my breakdown. A guy messaged me asking if he could buy me pizza. I figured what the hell, it's not like he can show up to my house during COVID. We started talking, and here we are. Age, sex, location, ASL. Used to say F16 and then the participant wanted photo, usually plus 20M, and I sent picture of fighter jet and they started to rage at me. Thought it was hilarious as early teenager, but now that I think back, it's actually quite fucked up. Obviously not what I did. I still think that was hilarious joke, but it's creepy that 20+ males wanted pictures of underage girls. Edit, this was in late 2000s, so I don't think I was pioneer or anything regarding trolling, but that was still pretty good joke lol. I was about 12 to 13 years old and sadly don't remember anymore where exactly I used to do this. I did it a while in Omegle too when that came out. F18 also worked sometimes, but if I remember right, less than F16, so I dunno what that says about people I encountered. MIRC, slap Stanby 999 with a large trout. ASL. Me, lying like hell, 17 per meter, NC. Edit, I lived in NC and I was 13. 16, NC when I was 12 13ths lol. When funny viral videos felt genuine, now it's all cringe and staged. Like Chocolate Rain, Tay Zande was 100% genuine. I move away from the microphone to breathe. Basically there are way too many staged, funny caught on camera, videos. It's so cringe. This is the truth. People made stuff for fun. Now it feels like everybody is just after their slice of the pie. Yes, it has no soul and you can feel it. When everything gets monetized, people became obsessed in posting content even if they're cringe. Plus their few seconds of fame. Can I just call out that 1991 to 2009 is a massive range in terms of the evolution of the internet. Kind of feels like it should be broken up 1995, 97, 98, 2000, 2001 to 2005. 2005 to 2009 was a huge leap with social media and YouTube. What a different world it was. Agreed. I had email in 1995 as an elementary school student, but Wi-Fi didn't show up for me until 2006. We had a local ISP named after the town, an auto dialer to just try to reconnect when all their lines were full, Netscape and Eudora for email. Back then, it was exciting to get an email. Dial-up basically meant no videos, but we were lucky enough to get a separate phone line so we weren't kicked off. Dial-up sound, ASL, hamster dance, web counters, guestbooks, GeoCities, secret messages in binary code, the flying toaster screensaver. Web rings, sites with animated GIFs, MIDI background music, tile backgrounds. Aim away messages, Java applets, Flash, Homestar Runner, fan sites, Progdoor, exclamation mark. This site is under construction. Back then you could Google something like James Bond movie ranker. And there would be a website that all it did was let you rank James Bond movies. For free. And that was the whole website. This is completely lost on the internet now. Now the whole internet is pretty much a dozen websites, and anything like that is something you need to pay a monthly subscription for. Or sift through 1,000 pop-up ads. Homestar Runner, Teen Girl Squad, I am in love with every boy. Ow, my skin. Quote, TGS may have been my absolute favorite. I'm 5 years older and in college. Sailing mishap. TROGDOR. 23 years later the song still slaps. Consummate versus. I said consummate versus. Badges, 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 a mushroom, mushroom. Snark A. My grandson, hey Gram, look at this cool, plush, snake. Me, a snake, ORSNAARK. Him, badger, badger, etc. I've taught him well. Using ICQ. Oh. There's an antiquated POS system out there that makes the ICQ sound. I hear it occasionally in a few gas stations. Always shocking to hear in 2025. Tears of joy. Napster, Morpheus, LimeWire, BitTorrent, Kazaa. Forums. I miss actual forums. They still exist, but never as lively as they were in the early 2000s, and many of them were shut down years ago. Reddit is currently the one place that I go to that is like forums. I prefer this to social media where one can hit like and leave, or share stuff that may not be vetted or true, in a split second. You have to put more effort in here to post on many subs and also expect more people to fact check your post. I still post on a few traditional forums, and honestly I don't really like Reddit for that purpose. Forums feel more static, and more like you can jump in and catch up, contribute to a thread quite easily. Reddit and Discord just feel so transient. Like Reddit is primarily a content aggregator with a comment section, and things that are popular are algorithmically pushed off the front page over time. A post like this gets 3K comments in a few hours, so putting a comment on the main thread is just pointless at that point because nobody will read it, and the upvote, downvote system encourages people to try and make fast post snipes with zingers to get vote momentum going. Also, you can make an account without email and freely remove your posts, so it feels basically anonymous and there's no sense of etiquette or identity. Yelling do not use the phone, im online. Waiting for nudie pic to populate, it stops just as it gets to the best part, yells downstairs, mom get off the phone, im doing homework. Learning basic coding from MySpace. Learning basic HTML from fanfiction.net. LiveJournal, exclamation mark. From Neopets lol. Downloading SETI onto my computer and leaving it working in the background to find alien life. Cold sweat smile, cold sweat smile, cold sweat smile, cold sweat smile, cold sweat smile. My computer, I had it running in all computers at work. We did too, and Unreal tournament sessions on a Friday afternoon. The sound of a door opening when someone came on AIM still gives me a little dopamine rush when I hear it. I may have gotten that dopamine rush just reading this comment. All your base belong to us memes, although the word meme wasn't coined, so it's just viral video. Weirdly enough, meme was coined in the 1970s book, The Selfish Gene, but it wasn't used in pop culture until much later, but the quick spread of the word was in and of itself a meme. Richard Dawkins must be so pissed that this is his legacy. The excitement around Ask Jeeves. Dancing CGI baby. This is really when the internet changed. There was a before and an after. That baby was the first thing I remember, going from an internet sensation to ending up in IRL media like Ally McBeal. First thing I thought of. I was just talking about the Ally McBeal CGI baby with my wife a few days ago. Winamp. It really kicks the llama's ass. Whips. Winamp really whips the llama's ass. ASCII art. It's still around here and there, but it used to be super prominent before the internet could handle a lot of photos. The game FAQs walkthroughs with beautifully done ASCII art recreations of game logos are still amazing to behold.